All right, hey, so listen, I have people that I support, and I fancy myself a really good judge of character. And I want to say this, people like, Joe, you spent 3 years with Mike and he took a bunch of money from you. Well, he didn't really take money from me. He borrowed money from me, he didn't pay it back. But he's going to pay me back. I truly believe that. And he's running for governor now. I did send Mike Lindell a text that said, Mike, I hope you win. And he's like, I hope you win too. And obviously I'm running for governor, and people are like, Joe, you go too slow. Like, I want to, where's your website? Where's all your stuff? And I'm like, guys, listen to me. It's primary season. I'm going to walk down slowly. I already told you who I really want to make sure that I position myself well in front of, and that is the people who are the zeros and the ones. The zeros and ones don't mean that they're insignificant. It means they're seen as insignificant. And so when I was meeting with Adam Dorito before, here's a guy that stood up, and he was a part of something that happened at the Air Force Academy years ago. This is, 16 years ago? Long time ago. And so they took that and they turned it into something it wasn't. People have slandered him up one side and down the other. And here's the great part about Adam. I'm like, Adam, I already know. Like, I had already had a conversation with someone who was in a position of leadership at the Air Force Academy. I know that you've been railroaded. I got it. But he didn't stop there. Adam sent me, he goes, you know what they haven't seen? They haven't seen this. And he sent me his entire file. He didn't redact one piece of it. He didn't take anything out. He didn't try to explain anything. He had demerits. He had shit he did wrong. And I was like, that's kind of a knucklehead thing to do, Adam. Like, what? I could have said that, right? But what do you do when you're a 20-year-old kid full of piss and vinegar going to one of the most prestigious military academies in the country, if not the world? You're going to screw up, especially when you're edgy and you don't, that authority thing, like you question bad authority. And he does. He questions bad authority. He doesn't put up with anybody's crap. So I will tell you this. We're going to bring him on. We got a lot of things to talk about with him. I want to talk about his campaign. But they've done everything they can to say that he's a bad guy. And I can tell you that I've gone through all the information that they've created, and it's just not true. And they've done this to other people too. They did it to Darcy out of Colorado. And I got a phone call last week because Darcy's helping me with my governor campaign. And they're like, oh, Joe, you need to steer clear of Darcy. And I was like, I will not steer clear of Darcy. Well, you know what she did? You know, she has a criminal record from 20 years ago. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. Is that it? Is that all you got? Well, you know, she didn't do what we asked her to do here. And I was like, listen, I'm not going to play this game. You don't get to call me up and tell me someone's bad. You get to present your evidence if you have any, and if you don't, then it's just hearsay. It's just you trying to do what you guys do, which is create these little high school drama clubs. That's not the way that I operate. Now, if you're a pedophile, you can't be around me. I'm out. If you do stuff to hurt other people, hurt children, hurt women, you can't be around me. I'll cut you off quick. When you make accusations against people, you better have something to back it up. And the one thing that we need inside the GOP or inside of our society at large, the one thing we need is unity of purpose. Like, what is going to make our lives better? What's going to give our kids more opportunity? And we don't have that. We have the Democrat, the D's and the R's, and an R can now just say, I'm switching parties, I was a D, now I'm becoming an R, I'm an R, I'm becoming a D. No, you were always that way. And it's easy to infiltrate a different party when the only thing you're focused on is yourself. That's the problem that we have inside of politics, is that politics is never about the people. They don't give a shit about it. So the zeros and ones, Adam's going to concentrate on the zeros and ones too. And he's running for CD8. So with that said, Adam, welcome to the show and your run for Congress.
Yeah, and Joe, thanks for bringing me on the show again. It's an absolute pleasure, and thanks for backing me up on this stuff. I mean, like I said, something happened 16, 20 years ago, and a lot of people just don't understand what actually happened there, because also 90% of the files, like the stuff I send you, is not on the internet because it's got private information about victims and assault victims and stuff. And you know, a lot of those people moved on with their lives. You know, they have kids now, and even my best friends from the academy, they'll never come on my podcast because they're like, dude, look what they did to you. I'm not risking that.
Yeah.
You know, and
this is why I say we pick sides and we act like school children.
yeah,
And you can't, if you don't get to a place where you can figure out what the outcome is, right? You find yourself trying to pick and choose, okay, who's bad, who's good. It's like the whole Q deal. And in our movement, this idea that, oh, I have to get on the Mike Flynn deal, or I got to get on this deal, and this one hates this one, and oh, you're the reason why Tina Peters and they just make it up.
well, yeah, I mean, absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? And this is something I saw at the academy, where there's some very, very powerful people at the academy, even back when I was there. And if you go against the system that protects them, they're going to destroy you. And it wasn't just me. I mean, this is the reason I got involved in politics is because these are the people that I've been defending for over a decade. Anyone who goes against the academy or trying to do the right thing. And I've helped some people. I'm still working on cases now. And that's one of the reasons I decided to run for Congress, is because I went to all of them. Doug Lamborn, Ken Buck, all our current representatives now. And none of them will go against the academy. And we thought you had a little bit of hope when Charlie Kirk got assigned to be on the board of visitors for the Air Force Academy, because we had like a little connection there. And unfortunately, he was assassinated. You know, so it's like, oh, we lost our venue to get into the academies, you know, and this isn't just an Air Force Academy issue. This is West Point, Annapolis, and military-wide. That's why I wrote the Military Mental Health Justice and Protection Act.
But they went after you with all this stuff, and it's really important that I put this out there.
Yeah.
And they kept using these same words, right? So these words are, I'm bringing the receipts. I'm bringing the receipts. I'm bringing the receipts. So I read through all of it, and you'd see people comment that those were receipts, and I was like, those aren't receipts.
No.
That's not real. You bring up a news article by someone or something that somebody else says, and you say that that's receipts. I'm here to tell everyone in Colorado specifically, if you have a problem with Adam, pick up the phone and call me, because I'll walk through it with you. I won't share the information he shared with me. He didn't have to share that information with me. But I will say this, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's not partially bullshit, it's absolute bullshit. Now, will Adam rub you wrong? Yes, 1,000%. I promise you. If you spend enough time with Adam, he will rub you wrong. I got a friend of mine, Jake Frejo. Jake worked for Project Veritas. He is my friend. That last night, I had to tell him to shut his mouth. I'm like, just stop talking. Please do me a favor. Stop talking before I get mad at you.
Well, I mean, this is actually what Tommy and I talked about this morning, is that we're just done with cowardice in Congress.
Yeah.
You know, we need people